Oh, did it not figure it out? It there it is. There it is. But if I click off of it, oh no, that works. All right, welcome to Friday Gaming Stream with Full Rubber Ducky. And just remember, if you're not here to butt chug maple syrup, why are you even here? No, I do not know why Kay allows me out in public unsupervised, but here we are. So how's everybody doing? Today we're playing Disco Elysium, and that wasn't one of those like, how is everybody doing? I don't really care, so I'm just gonna move on sort of things. Because in America, we use questions as greetings, which is infuriating, especially if you have the tism, especially if your tism is spicy. Because it's like, you asked me a question. Why would you ask me a question if you don't want the answer to it? Why are you a jerk? The neurotypicals are out and about again. But no. Welcome. Tell me how you're doing. And I will press buttons on the thing. There is another thing I need to click on and figure out. But this one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. Clicku. Clicku. Almost there. Ah, yeah, the weekend is upon us. And what dark, dastardly deeds might one be engaged upon, have planned for thine victims over the weekend? Ah, crap. That's what I forgot to do. 1 second. Last minute work stuff. I have 30 minutes before sundown. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. That reminds me, I have to send something to someone to torment them. Anyway, we're playing a game. We're starting relatively on time. Yep. There we go. Oh, that's right, because I bumped my thing last night. There we go. Here we are. Welcome to disco. One of the finest music styles ever conjured. A music style that we can thank for the rise of many other music styles, including R&B, hip hop, and grunge. And later, like late emo, I'd say, and ska, unfortunately. Listen, if you are a fan of ska, I'm sorry. Also, yeah, it went from like it got dark at a reasonable time to it got dark early real fast. Cause like sundown is technically at like 4:35 today. And that seems really early. That seems like Alaska sundown times or wherever it gets dark early. New game. Thinker. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, come up with original idea. Ska. That is the perfect meme for ska. Sensitive, very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable. Might begin to lose his mind. Physical, extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body. Gets things done, but dumb as a rock. Sounds like a cop to me. Gonna create our own. Just all the points I have? This all the points I have. Okay. We're gonna make him a weak little bitch. Oh, yes. Okay. So Kay says on the YouTube, because, okay, Twitch is allowed simultaneous streaming to multiple platforms, which is great. Glad they did it. But they don't allow piping in comment sections from other platforms, which um, makes sense because Twitch is responsible for moderating the chat that's in there, and like they don't necessarily do it. They enable users, streamers, to empower moderators and to moderate their own thing, but they do have like terms of service rules, and so they can't let stuff in that isn't under the umbrella of their terms of service. And so it kind of sucks, but I get it. Twitch doesn't moderate. They have moderation rules. There's a difference. They make it so that you got to moderate. But again, if you don't moderate, then they hit you with the ban hammer, which is a type of moderation. They can't. Again, they have rules about like what can and can't be said, but if it's off platform, it doesn't fall. So they don't. If it's off platform, it doesn't fall within the moderation tools that they have provided to the users. Um, and hey Rex, glad you could make it. Now you got to tell us about your weekend. That is the rule. A rule that I just made up. Don't judge me. Um, but uh, they don't allow outside platforms to have their comments posted on their thing for reasons, which is fine. Um, what do you mean login? So you don't see the cool stuff that people write on YouTube, even though I could see him here because of excuse me. Again, congrats on the new place. Glad that you get to see your offspring. Hey Chris, and a lot of people have the oh, this doesn't scroll? Are you kidding? Can't scroll up? Boo. Boo. Um Aw, well thank you. Um but oh that's right, I put it there. But yeah, so Kay made a crack about ska music. And since I can't scroll down here, I'd have to go looking for it, which I will not do. But it was funny, is the point. Um, do do do. Uh, oh, maybe that's why. Boop 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 boop. All right, listen, we're gonna get to the game. I'm trying to log into a thing, and it's giving me a hard time. Bam. Dodge bam. Dodge ram. Okay. That's behaving again. Think gold. Turn that off. Click that. Click that. Click that. All right. Wow, 3DO. Okay, you had a 3DO. I'm betting the Dreamcast and the GameCube still work. That is my bet. All right. Next. Oh, there's a whole lot going on here. Look at all this art. Authority speaks to me. Yeah, ooh man, I spent too many hours on the Sega Genesis. Ooh wee. Did the Sega Genesis really get to know me? All right, select your signature skill. The skill you select will gain a +1 bonus. Additionally, the learning cap for every skill of the same type will be raised by 1. Savoir faire is everywhere. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. Do I only get one of these, or do I get one of these for every category? Encyclopedia. Lie and detect lies. See art in the world. I kind of want to do the drama or encyclopedia. Inland Empire. Work your mirror neurons. Intimidate the public. Assert yourself. The last thing I want to do in life is understand cop culture. Charm men and women. So, yep, out of all these, you can only really set one. Shivers. Let the body take control. Threaten people. I love that it implies that the body's just default state is threatening people. Drama it is. Let's go. Confirm. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is there addressed. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. NBs are not safe. Though I will say charming and NB is like a different animal.
There
Not
is
that
nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious fermenting it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
All right, ancient reptilian brain. You have my attention. But yeah, like charming NBs is a different animal. A very different animal. I don't know what's not that I, you know, am especially charming, but based on my observations.
Ever.
Ever.
Never, ever.
Simply keep on non-existing. Listen, there have been times this week in bed where that's a we just slammed number two.
Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Ex-wives. What was that about the ex something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
The meat thing. A ball of meat surrounding you. Sounds delicious. Soaking in some lurid, acidic sauce. Plunge back into the fathomless deep. I want to know more about the X thing.
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone.
Abyssopelagic. That's a good word. Allons-y! Never let me go. No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want that. That speaks to
Do
me.
you really?
Don't be naive. Of course not. I want to sail the inky blackness until forever ends. I do. Let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Listen here, Chef.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
I don't care. I'm an idiot. A brave. Of course you did this to yourself. You poured alcohol and possibly other things over your brain until it stopped.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation.
I experienced a sensation once. It was 2011, February. It was a very strange 5 minutes.
Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Dancing to disco music. Listen, I'm not sure how I feel about this person being a fan of disco.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Please no, I changed my mind. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing. Big mood. I'm not scared. I'm a champion. But this is a big mood.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
So, fun fact about hangovers. When I returned from the bathroom, because the one thing that I did not take care of before I sat down here was going to said bathroom. Be right back. I'll have you know that there's nothing unrelated to David. But hold on, let's dive into this story. Look, I have a lot of things to say about dreadlocks on people whose hair does not naturally dread up, but I'm not. Now is not the time nor place. Also, like next year for spooky season, we should do like um public domain spooky story reading time or something. The stench of yeah. So hangovers. Everybody has a superpower, right? My superpower is I don't get hangovers. I've never had one. I don't know what it's like. And let me tell you, when I actually like saw like a deep dive into what people experience when they have a hangover, why do any of you drink? Like why? Why would you do that to yourself on person? Help someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own mouth, as I was saying?
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice can make no motor carriage.
I wonder what happens if, like, way at the top you just fail. Like, where's the first one? Like, if just, you know, some of these checks you just fail and it doesn't happen. Woof! My guy! My fellow, you good, fam? Bruh, can we have pants? God damn. Look. Yikes. Ooh wee. Disco ass blazer.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades.
Look, I'm familiar with having a drinking tie. We've all been there. But I've never gotten my drinking tie on a ceiling fan.
Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Watch me fail this check, and my man completely fucks this up.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap.
What?
It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The
You
necktie
absolutely
is
need
no
a drinking
longer
tie.
contained.
The necktie is no long. Now I have to think of like what at a peak form drinking tie for K is going to be.
What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
That seems unpleasant.
If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow.
Look, we've all worn a tie that after like a 12-hour day, you just want to cast into Abaddon.
An ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie.
We're going to turn on that light.
A terrible mistake. Turn the
Yeah.
lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
No. You did this to yourself and you deserve to be punished.
Your eyes burn with photosensitivity. It's not good. The blades come squeaking to a halt.
Yeah, whatever bad thing happened to you, that's a broken window. We're going to go look at ourselves in the mirror. But yeah, Kay, like, ostentatious doesn't even begin to describe the word. It doesn't begin to describe the concept of what you need for a drinking tie.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single
Aluminium.
key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Let's have a look.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
A fierce discharge of masculine energy. Oh, this man's toxic. Let's go.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man.
Ooh.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really, or recollection of the person you are The people in your life and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
Wipe the mirror. I mean, you had the appropriate reaction to going to touch somebody's hair. It's not my real hair. You can touch it. Fair.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
Maybe I should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What? What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
Now we're just gonna we're going for it.
Behold.
Behold, wow! This man is a hot mess. So like this is fine, but look down in that corner. Look at this creature. His head is 75% ear and 23% fucking lamb chops. Is that what they called? This man has the most reverse beard in the history of reverse beards. Mutton chops, yeah. It's like, ooh wee. This man looks like he lost a bet.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
Yep, your apostrophe showing. Of course, oh, this is the face of a late stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I have no idea why it's there.
Please stop.
It just is.
It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Nah, we're going in deeper.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
God, I don't know. It's indescribable. I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies. I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it. It is an expression of pain.
You are correct.
Electrochemistry. Attempt to stop the expression from happening. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Let's find out. How bad this can go.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
I'm glad I've hurt myself really badly just by looking into the mirror. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Listen, if you ever spot somebody drinking liqueurs straight, stage an intervention. I don't care if they're a perfect stranger. They need to know that something's gone terribly wrong. The bottle. Commodore Red. Yikes. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Oh, yep, they did. They did take it. All right. Oh, what's this? Let's go. Let's go look at this shirt. White satin shirt. +1 to conceptualization, -1 to suggestion. -1 to savoir-faire, +1 to electrochemistry. Horrific necktie. The necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as if it would be wrong to ever take it off. It is your friend now. You will betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. Yeah, we're rocking that, baby. All right. So now we're dressed for the out of doors. Supposedly. Let's look at this. Please tell me that's a hat. Oh, it's shoes. Yeah, you need shoes for go. It's just the left foot? Bruh. Where's your other shoe at, dude? You can't be out in these streets with one shoe on. Like a homeless drunk.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
+1, the lights are on.
The shards face outward.
Oof.
Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
It was your shoe.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
What did this then? The shoe.
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Assess the size.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
A right shoe.
The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own
We did
shoe.
it. We made it.
Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I don't need it. I don't need anyone. It's a dark thought.
The window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
Wow.
The window stands broke. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
All right, let's make our way out onto the balcony. Reedfort? 15 degrees centigrade. Dull. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear. Oh, that's what the radio is saying. There's something on the table. Dang it. It is mine now. Real. calendar says it's March. The year.
Hello,
If it-
officer.
Oh, hey, honey dip.
The
How you
young
doing?
woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Officer, am I military? Let's engage the Riz. Full Riz engaged.
Officer.
Oh, we're gonna talk to her.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Yeah, Riz her up.
The young woman shakes her head slowly.
Okay, Chief Technical Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir.
Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What business is that? Getting fucked up.
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Oh my god, try the expression on her. Let her know you want her physically. Here we go.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. Say it again.
No, I don't wanna.
Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
Superstar cop. I can no longer deny it.
Okay, that's cool. Or if I can just maybe ask you to elaborate on that superstardom a tiny bit.
It means I'm a bloated old drunk with sideburns and disco pants. If I don't have a joke up my sleeve, it's on me. Absolutely. The Riz continues.
I have certainly been entertained. Thank you. Whatever you are, you should stick to it. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me. And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Wait, someone dead? We're on the quest for the shoe. We're looking for the shoe. Trompe le Monde. I'm guessing this happens in France? Why couldn't I get to the balcony? Then don't be at the big PC. It's 7:48 in the post meridian. You don't got it on a Friday. You don't gotta be doing shit. You got all weekend to do shit. This is where the lyrics would be. Okay, how do I get out there? Oh, okay, I get it. So I go down to the first floor. Yeah, give us a jog, my dude. music is seasoned with static. Seasoned is the word. Oh, yep. There's where the balcony slash patio is. There's a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. The menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is on it. The soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
You hear that, Kay? This man, this aggressive, broken alcoholic should sing karaoke. When it's a man's handwriting, it looks like an aggressive symbol or an aggressive scribble. But when it's a woman's handwriting, there's a heart over the eyes. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover. Amen.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA system
Through a PA
by other people.
Inland Empire is a bad actor. What should I sing when it comes to it?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Oh yeah, there's gotta be the karaoke. The door is bolted. A sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300." Sign reads, "Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 1600." This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Much like our karaoke is going to be. Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your
Hello,
ear.
sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. Don't worry, I'm gonna come back and rizz you up soon.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Kitsuragi.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting.
My man still don't have both shoes on.
If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this. But why?
Because he's ride or die. Shake his hand.
Hello. I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct
Kitsuragi.
57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Ted Kaczynski.
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
We're gonna invent a name. Now we'll be honest with this guy. I don't really know my name.
Okay, then.
He processes the information, then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
I have not.
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
No, I haven't.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I haven't.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
He's really just rolling with your just blatant, obvious, oppressive incompetence.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
Why would I disturb the crime scene when I was busy getting absolutely hammered
This
into
is the
oblivion?
first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
I mean, we could go get it.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
All right, let's go talk to him.
After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Bruh, I need to go get my shoe. Like, where's my shoe? Bro, it's up there. How do I get up there? Bro. Bohemian. Okay. I gotta go get that shoe. He's probably designed so that I can't get it right now, but I'm gonna need that shoe. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Pretty long, it's drink o'clock.
Attaboy. It's coming back to him. You had your mesolimbic reward pathway worried there, not thinking about drinking all that time. It was like you weren't yourself.
Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me. Now that you mention it, I do need a rum and lemonade. Isn't it a bar over there?
Forget about the bar. Or don't forget about it. You should totally try to get a drink there too. But first, you should lick that stain off the counter. Yeah, man. Let's get wild. Lick it.
Let's get wild, man. Lick it. I'm not gonna lick it.
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
You are not complete if you don't have both shoes on. I'm gonna find a way to get this shoe. Summer door closed for the winter. How do I get out? Ah, there it is. There we go. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Let us go complete ourselves. Take all. Let's crack open this inventory. Do I got both shoes on? Yeah, buddy.
There they both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Like two baby crocodiles.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Because donuts don't wear alligator shoes. And if you haven't seen Black Dynamite at the end of this stream, go watch Black Dynamite. All right. I am whole, complete, an entire human. All right, bud.
A
Time to
man
interrogate
in
you.
his late 20s, with a thin, unimpressive beard, notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Yeah, Black Dynamite is a masterpiece, especially if you either know Los Angeles or grew up in Los Angeles. Like, listen, there's some little details in Black Dynamite that are an absolute treat.
Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're not even there.
It's because he saw you drinking last night.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
The lieutenant glances into his little notebook. Oh, listen. I'm not going to go on a whole rant about Black Dynamite, but there's a place in LA called Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles. And over the course of the movie, they keep like running into Roscoe and his harebrained food ideas, which is why Roscoe's House of Chili and Donuts, which fun fact is filmed at a like very recognizable place on Crenshaw. And so they do this whole bit where they're trying to do the investigation, and they're in the diner, and it's like, oh man, I want some waffles. Give me some bacon. Well, we don't have any bacon. Give me some sausage. We don't have it. Well, what do you have? Oh, we got fried chicken. All right, well, bring me some of that then. And then they're eating it, and then Roscoe gets up and goes, I've got it! I've got it! And goes running out of the building, and it's just like, so much screen time was committed to this bit. Multiple scenes were committed to the conceptualization of Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles. And if you don't know that there's a Roscoe's House of Chicken and Waffles in Los Angeles, and there are actually 3 locations now, but if you don't know it's a thing, then that joke will just completely fly by you. And it's like, this movie is a love letter to people from South LA.
Yes.
Tersely, how dare you?
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an
Kitsuragi.
inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. Can I have a drink? The harbinger of ruin.
What?
The gloaming. I am it. Never mind.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
and that's part of what makes Black Dynamite so like brilliant is there like lots of little things like that. So like on the surface, it's just a funny movie. Um, like if you have no experience with black exploitation films from the 70s, it's a funny movie. If you do, then it is a funny like send up and tribute to those black exploitation films. But if you have like filmmaking or industry experience, then like lots of stupid shit that they do in the movie becomes instantly hilarious. Like there's a scene where Black Dynamite is going on some sort of rant and then he looks up and he's still ranting and then the boom mic dips into frame and he's looking at it and still like doing the scene and then it like slowly like and it's just like that's only the sort of thing that like you see in like really bad cuts of just shoestring budget films. Anyway, and you know like like industry people, film buffs, people from South LA, people who like know the not glitzy parts of LA. Um like people who love kung fu movies. Like there's something in there for all these different people from different walks of life and it is such a specific um collision of all these different things, and that's part of what makes Black Dynamite just one of the finest films ever. Hey, cheese and crackers, what is happening? I'm only temporarily taking over her duties. I will never do a French accent.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
David is not going to PAX because David is a broke bitch, but next year. Definitely going next year. In the meantime, it is your solemn duty to squeeze K as hard as I would squeeze K. So hit the weights sooner rather than later. Uh... I had a very tense moment back in 89.9 watching I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. When a black guy walked into the common room where I was watching it and asked, "What is this?" I mean, one, fair. Two, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker is, again, one of the top. The black exploitation films have a charm all their own. And ooh wee, the film industry would not be what it is today without them.
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
I have not seen Black Belt Jones, but oh, Jim Kelly. But I have a list, and this is going on it. Oh, okay. Any movie with Scatman Crothers is a good movie. The end. Hey, JD. Oh man, I'm deeply glad that you enjoyed that film because ooh, it's good. God, remember when there were video stores? Like, the world is better that I don't have to leave my house to go obtain a movie that I want to see. But there was something very, very charming. Like, especially before Blockbuster became Blockbuster, and when you just had independently run video stores, they were always so charming. Uh, this is one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Every time I think about starting a bar, I think about all the people that I've run into at a bar that I hate and having to like look at them in the eye at work, and then I don't want to start a bar anymore.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right then, questions. I got this.
His face
This man is a
expresses profound
buffoon.
doubt in your having this.
She went away because none of your business.
I want to run a game shop bar coffee house. This is a nerd bar. We will not put the game on unless it is on Twitch. Beat it, Jock. I would like to point out that football streams on Twitch. So you're going to be in for a hard time on Thursday nights. And yeah, but yeah, like I make food for people all the time, and then people are like, "Oh man, don't you want to be a professional chef?" Absolutely not. Do you know what those people endure? Those proud charitable people that oh man, I'm not gonna miss the game. That's great. But yeah, the proud charitable people who make food for the lazy, those without time or energy, and those who have too much disposable income, they are heroes, okay? Like when I cook dinner, I chop one onion. I don't chop 50. Like when I make a plate of pasta, I make one plate, not 200 in a night. And like even ignoring just the sheer amount of relentless labor. There's also the fact that there's going to be some jackalope who's going to walk into a restaurant and order a steak well done that I then have to make and send to him. Absolutely not. She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Am I not a cop? Everything is my business. We asked them politely but firmly to leave.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
That's fine. I've been turned down by women too.
Thank you.
He opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Didn't go well?
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Fun fact, a lynching is not a hanging. A lynching is a politically motivated killing. A hanging is a hanging. So now we have to go figure out if A, this is politically motivated, or B, the people who made this game don't understand that distinction. This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. Okay, it almost happened. It almost happened. The day has finally arrived. You're right. I probably no. Everything has something to do with it.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there then?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Oh, that's racist.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
I want to say, what is your problem with me, just to get some insight onto what the hell this man got up to? We're going for it.
Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop.
You're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
I do not appreciate your tone. This is no way to talk to an officer. Oh my god, I did all those things.
No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remotely useful since you got here.
What have I been doing then?
No, I haven't seen you around. I just got here, remember?
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
You just got here. I don't owe you shit.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But...
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
The necktie. Sounds like a responsibility you don't like. I don't owe you shit.
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit, you owe me money.
I don't owe you none of that either.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
I don't think I got it. How you gonna get blood from a stone, my guy?
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Did I just hear my tie speak to me twice? What do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
That's 100.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, Real is still money.
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him. It would be wiser. He wants to take your money.
Great advice. I'm considering it.
The lieutenant looks at you tugging on your garish tie. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
I ain't got it.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Bruh. I ain't got it, man.
What are you, brain damaged?
Since I woke up, I have trouble remembering even the most basic concepts of reality. Truer words have never been spoken. Hi, Ribbon. Volition. Noted. Thank you for dropping in. Good luck with your family.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Where can I get money? Why? What is wrong with this man?
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Proceed, but don't show him the coins. They're yours.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
What happens? Why are we having this tedious-ass conversation? Just look at him and be like, I ain't got it. I'll be back.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you?
I don't. Does this mean I'm homeless?
South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop. Fine. Fine.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
There are a lot of things. There are a lot of thoughts that this man could potentially have. Cop. A cop and a hobo. A hobo cop. Upsides. Can be disheveled. Doesn't have to wash. Carries himself with lurched gusto. Doesn't have to wash. Okay, for one, you have to wash. And doesn't have to wash is not an upside. Hobocop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again hear, you're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Go home, you're embarrassing yourself. Downsides. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Absolutely not. What a journey. I probably need a tool for that. All right. Gonna investigate. Well, it's wintertime. The street sign says, fuck the police. Which mood? Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. Rue des Saint Gilles Lane, 8B. Yep.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
We'll be back for that. But first, let us process the crime scene. Kids are the worst. I'm gonna need you to stop.
Got this?
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
Like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy Kuno!
I have no idea what that means.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding at sea.
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
You know enough about rakes to know that they are used in a garden. Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
I said no such thing! You're 12! You shouldn't be fucking! I have questions!
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got. Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally choking!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
The corpse has valuables or pneumatic augmentations. Run his pockets.
The usual being Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Besides your own face in a mirror.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
You got a mouth on you, boy.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
Looks like you're a fagari now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work in antagonistic situations.
Look, kid. I may not have a gun, but I am a police officer. You can't just be throwing around these slurs.
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Wow. Night City. Where Keanu Reeves says a lot of swear words. Okay.
Yeah. Kuno didn't smoke him, if that's what you mean.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
I'm going to be testing Kuno's kneecaps in a second. Kuno ate a lot of car tires when he was teething.
Get lost.
About the crime scene. You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
As a general rule, I often feel a compulsion to just like punch kids. I don't, but the feeling is there. The feeling is strong with wee little Kuno.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Oh. Listen here, Kuno.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Maybe more than 12. No, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 43. 4. Standard work boot, number 45 or 46? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms.
That looks like somebody carrying a body.
8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother. More
Kuno
worn.
was raised by feral bulldozers.
How many? I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows.
They wouldn't use a stretcher, which means that he was incapacitated.
Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? Interesting. Let's name it the odd soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
No one drums in work boots.
He regrets it the moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers.
It's alright, man. You're doing your best.
Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right.
He doesn't seem to hear you, looking south toward the traffic jam instead. The machines are silent. The engines are all turned off.
We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm. A woman or a kid? Understood. Anything else?
How old do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Ravachol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching.
Indeed. They all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. Yes, everything fits so well. Carried him over, hoisted him up, watched him hang. This is easy. Isn't it strange to have your assumptions confirmed like this? This is what someone whispering suggestions in your ear would like you to feel. The lieutenant is saying something, but you can't hear it. Suddenly, it seems like your tie is alive again, whispering, no, screaming into your ear.
What? Without being content? What are you? Mild to moderately disabled? That doesn't feel like something you should do.
I feel like horrific necktie gives me the exact opposite of what I should be doing.
Live a little! Everything on the damn crime scene fits like a glove! You should get shit-faced on this damn crime scene!
I'll find a way to get drunk on this scene. I swear to God I will. I like how vivid my interior is, but could we maybe do something that doesn't involve getting drunk?
Regardez ladrotar! He wants to have fun without alcohol! That won't be fun! That'll be boring and sad!
Whew. Yikes. Spoken like a true alcoholic.
Detective?
Everything fits. We should celebrate by getting absolutely under the hammer in this yard. I'm experiencing a mild malfunction, Lieutenant. It's something to do with my tie. It'll pass. Can you hold on for a moment? I'm going to use that in real life. I am experiencing a mild malfunction.
The lieutenant looks at you curiously. A beat passes in silence. The wind blowing, the cargo belt squeaking. The lieutenant doesn't understand what's happening right now. You're twisting at your tie, looking sweaty even by your standards. He needs to say something.
I agree. Our assumptions could be wrong. Better not to have them confirmed just yet. Do you see anything else?
Welcome, Mr. Willis. Welcome, as we play through Disco Elysium. We've been through all of it. The kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. Someone is trying to grow herb in this greenhouse. Magnesium. This winch mechanism has been oxidizing for some years. Did he say right in the dick?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container. There's something, like, surrealist about this.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death. The lieutenant leans in to inspect the lock.
We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Boop, 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 boop. The letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending. I would really like to get my mans down. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. The ladder's for kids who wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
He didn't have a good time.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
Let's puke it all out.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out. Yeah, buddy.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst.
Burst by burst.
Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the wipe check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
What do we pick up? Dope. I have a handkerchief.
Can I help you?
By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here. No, I'm not.
Mine? No, it belongs to the...
Thank you for clearing the debt.
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
This game is dope so far, and it is critically acclaimed. And it has provided some laughs. Definitely trigger warning for like corpses, murder, slurs, etc.
well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
And a kid that you directly want to kick in the face.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
I wonder what this feeling is.
Prod at him and find out.
What if I told you I am a hobo, or soon to be one, rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too? Yes.
What do you need them for?
I didn't ask you to ask me no questions. I asked you for the keys.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kit... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank
This
God.
man doesn't remember
Just the
his name,
nastiest and
where he
loudest
lives,
faction.
what happened. He probably... And that body hung up in that yard for a week. He probably doesn't have a warrant.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
That is a rude dig.
He hates the Union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I am above gratuitous baiting.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Yikes.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just make it clear you got that.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay, let's go and talk to the garden lady.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course. Where to? What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. The harbor gates, some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too.
Why does that have 3 T's in it? What's a freet?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Translation. We're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct?
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
All right, Jules, what's my name?
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus. with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, Station 41. I've got a urgent business.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. Ten four. Your badge should have most of your personal details. Look over that. Over. 10-9. Over. 10-4. Message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Yikes. Listen, John, I need to know my name. Could you just tell me my name? Oh, Gilmore.
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Wow, just the whole department.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
I swear to God, all of you guys are dicks.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Yeah, I got that much.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ten four, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
Swear to God, I will pound you all in the paste when I return to the station.
What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
I hate all of these people. Could you all please just stop saying lost his badge for one goddamn moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Oh my God.
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Person wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
This is a problem.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun.
I'll have you know,
all over.
I am an American. I am unable to have fun if I don't have my gun.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
The drama.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Why are we doing this?
Request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
Just the entire department is roasting this man, and he deserves every bit of it.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
It absolutely is. Someone's gonna die, but it's still funny.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his ass. He still got his wiener. Oh, man.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
I left it at his mama's after I...
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
Tell him.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
Tell him.
He said he sodomized your mother.
Yeah, sodomized his mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
I bet you her vanilla waffles were amazing.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Yeah!
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about your mom.
Tell him to apologize right now.
Absolutely not.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims that you made about his mother. Over.
Okay, tell him I'm sorry. It's just banter. I thought that's what cops do.
He says he's sorry and didn't mean nothing by it.
Okay. Tell him
to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters here.
Satellite officer 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance?
I am in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
Money.
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
No.
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
We're gonna try the investigation angle.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Thank you for the follow and welcome, Orpheus. We're playing some Disco Elysium and it's a spicy journey so far.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Minot looks down at her neatly polished black shoes. There's a quiet firmness to her voice when she speaks.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. You wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words.
I mean, that tie.
This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
It's pretty good so far. They have already introduced me to a kid that I would like to kick in the face.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage.
Okay, let's equip some stuff. Oh yeah, look at them gloves. I have a skill point. I don't know where I'm going to put that yet.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I don't think I want to be a cop anymore.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is reassuring, like a krenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Just bullshit. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be a cop.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough. Monday, make sure you bring a handkerchief. No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it with special bonuses and effects.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is
It's
this?
nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, easy on the eyes, rhythmic pattern, calms your mind. Mammals like this stuff. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
Let's check out this feeling.
Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boop, boop, boop. All right, let's check this out.
Old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you. Silence. No one answers your call. Silence. No one. Silence. No one's home. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds...
Yes, hello. This is Tracy Peniel Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Not precisely.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a...
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice here.
Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it. No, something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
What?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
What?
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally speak again.
She sounds like she's about to cry. You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. You wait for a minute or two, but you ring the doorbell. But all you hear is static. But you ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. An off-key melody starts.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were... But the doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the
If you
store.
internalize
She's inside minding the register
the
or
thought,
organising the
you'll
stock.
unlock that check. 5 + 6 bonus. I will revisit that.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling. But she's cold.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
A book about the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. A book about Diero culture. John Coos from Iguania. It's a book about pate. I'd read that book. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. Uh-oh. Hold on, we just had a brownout. Time to investigate. Well, while that loads, more games. Oh, I gotta go check the trash can.
This trash container is locked. The sliding with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster for extra content. There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Yeah, dig in there, bud.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Dig in Hobocop style for extra content.
Wow. An Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon. Half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny.
What's a knock cannon? A gun.
It's a giant rifle, and it's very expensive. Not as expensive as that fat string of pearls snaking around the rotten banana peels, however.
What?
And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless
What?
you're into hi-fi yourself.
I'll sell it.
No, you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there.
Jerks. A cruel jest, there must be something.
All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the Yellow Man frolicking in saffron.
Take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
I'm glad I'm wearing gloves for this.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
We found another.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Gross.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey.
Eat it.
Nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
Throw the whole detective away.
If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
It has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. Someone from the Rolly gig threw it in the trash? I don't know. I'm boring.
Boring? Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives.
I don't know, man. Sounds like an order. I don't take those.
It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Tell me what your elf eyes see.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Hobocop. Your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together, compressed in a small area. To achieve a solid level of shit compression, squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that will help. Yikes. This broken-eared mug somehow made its way into the whirling in-rags dumpster. It depicts a person of Sumerian descent frolicking in a field of saffron flowers, buck-toothed and grinning feeble-mindedly. It seems to be a cheap knockoff of some colonial-era antique. Okay. Damaged ledger. This is the ledger you found in the trash. It's full of notes written in a man's dense cursive. Having a closer look, maybe it can be salvaged to start keeping notes on the case. All right. We're compressing our cheeks together. We're going to return that key, and then we're going to try to move this body again.
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container.
Thanks.
Please.
I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Yes?
Let's talk to this lady.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
I mean, look at me. I'm wearing kitchen gloves covered in trash.
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and
It's time to riz her.
on your chin.
It's time to riz her or not. Thanks, I appreciate
You
it.
must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Oh man, how'd you like to roll with me? Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money?
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
I do.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
It seems to me that you lucked out with your partner. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law. Someone you can lean on, and sweetie, you are looking unsteady. Of course, dear. Good luck.
I'm glad she's a nice older lady. All right. Let's try this again.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is
active decay.
He's about to blow!
Good night, JD. Thank you for coming by. Broken window. Tibbs has windows.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum, rendering the machine permanently inaccessible. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic. A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk written on the other side, with N and C scribbled backwards.
Kuno,
That's
is an absolute
Kuno
terror.
on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast studded with concrete and reeds. On it, a church on stilts, lanky weather-worn wooden planks, an X-shaped cross topping its tower. You know this to be the star of Pericarnassus, or the Cairo, the central symbol of the Pericarnassian church, a star, a great moral height to be strived towards. The church looks old and weather-worn. There are no lights in the windows.
A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Take it. I have magnesium.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
What was that noise? Items. Tools. Clothes. If I have a healing item.
It's been a week and now they show up?
Take. These barrels are half full of rainwater. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Snow blankets the old patio chairs and dead houseplants, and all the neighboring windows are black.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty of the scene.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over.
We know what kind of friend.
It was my Sunday friend.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby and drinking beer. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, snow continues to pile on the neighboring windowsills.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
He scans the courtyard. It's silent like the bottom of a well. Every sound captured and reflected back.
Ask him again.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
But he hasn't left yet.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
We'll convince him.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding. There's snow gathering on his hair and on his shoulders. A speckle of white against the purple that hangs loose on his slender frame.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
Well, we found the key.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments, and we'll just have to go in and...
Okay. So, I don't know about for y'all, but it has been a long week for me. And I thought I'd have more energy than I do, but I do not. So I'm going to save. And we're going to wrap here. I also want to look at the controls one more time. Character sheet, inventory, thought cabinet, highlight, interact, zoom out. Hey. But we will resume Disco Elysium next week. I may stay late next week to play more Slay the Princess because there is more Slay the Princess to be played. And join us for the talk show on Tuesday, where we'll talk about stuff. We actually have multiple topics queued up. And so we got stuff to talk about on Tuesday. In the meantime, be well. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And we will find someone to raid on this fine Friday evening. Oh, look. Cypher of Tears playing Dragon Age Inquisition. I love Dragon Age Inquisition. So we're going to raid Cypher of Tear. And... Okay, bye.